what God is saying. Now the next verse is our text verse. Excuse me, is our text verse. Let me get a little bit of this water. My throat's got a tickle in it. He said, because thou sayest. Now I want you to look at this. He said, because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing. Do you see that? Have need of nothing. He said, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. How many sermons have I preached from that one verse in these last 55 years? You know, it's been a lot of them. But God gave me something new here I want to give you tonight, I believe. And I want to share these thoughts with you. But they said here, because thou sayest I am rich and increase with good. Now I want you to notice the words here. Verse 17, because thou sayest. You know, not all the time everything we say is right, is it, you know? And not all the time everything we say is the truth. And not all the time what you and I say or other people say is really accurate, you know. And he said, because thou sayest. You're saying this, but that don't mean it's true. Thou sayest this. He said, I am rich and increase with goods. And then he said, and have need of nothing, and have need of nothing. And then he goes on and describes how the church is. You're wretched and blind, he said, and poor and naked. I mean, you're just in a bad shape. Now, when God looked at them, they was in a bad shape. They're saying, well, I'm fine, everything's fine. They almost had an attitude like, God, we're doing fine. You might want to go on down the road and help some little old church down there started in a store building, in a front building, and they ain't got nothing. They're struggling down. We're doing fine. We have need of nothing. And God said, you just don't see it. You may say you're all right, and a lot of times, as I said, we can say things are right, but that don't mean they're right, you know. And that don't mean they're correct. But he said, just because you say it don't mean it's correct. And God said, but you're really poor, blind, naked. You have need. You do have need of something. Now, what was happening here in this local church, and it was a local church, they was missing it. They was missing the whole thing. They was missing everything. And God said, you say I have need of nothing. Well, when you say need of nothing, that means they saying I didn't have no needs here. I mean, everything's all right. But he said, but you're missing something. You've missed it all. You've missed the whole picture, God said, to the church here in Lacidia. And I want to preach on that tonight, on what's missing. Well, what's missing? Well, what's missing here at Trulite? What's missing in other local assemblies? We could point our finger at everybody else, but let's look right here at home tonight. You want to just pull it right down here, and let's go right here to our folk and to myself and you tonight, Trulite Baptist Church. And I might order to preach this morning, but the Lord just didn't direct us in that way. But what is missing? What's missing? Well, let me give you some thoughts tonight of some things that is missing. As they had need of nothing, because they said it didn't make it was true. It wouldn't mean it was right. But they were missing some stuff. First of all, let me say we are missing a lot.